A beautiful night here in beautiful Bowmanville, Ontario for Game 3 of this best-of-7 Meredith Cup final between the Clarington Shamrocks and the Brantford Warriors. Spencer Tangway alongside my great partner Mark Schutzkowski to bring you tonight's game. And Mark, you saw Game 1 and 2, and what a seesaw battle, back and forth with Brantford taking Game 2.
Well, it's been excellent lacrosse, Spencer. Really entertaining to watch. Game 2 really took that to another level as both teams dropped down their penalty minutes and really stuck to some really hard-nosed, fast lacrosse.
Well, tonight we'll take a look at tonight's starting players to watch. And as we look for the Brantford Warriors, a guy that can really put the ball in the net, and that is Austin Giles.
Oh, Austin Giles had what a heck of a third period. He scored the tying goal in the end of the second period. And 3 goals, the next 3 goals for Brantford in the third period, put them up and gave them the lead for good as they really started taking over that game late in the stages of the third period in game number 2.
And then on the other side of the floor for the Clarington Shamrocks, a big right-handed offensive shooter. And William Cardiff, a guy that can shoot from anywhere. And really, he can put the ball in the back of the net at any time for the Clarington Shamrocks.
Oh, really impressed with him. You can tell he's got one of the strongest sticks on the team. He can shoot, he can pass, and he was rewarded by driving to the net. He was hungry, and he got 4 goals in his own right for the Shamrocks.
Well, as we take a peek at tonight's starting goaltenders, a big guy in net and a big leader in this Brantford Warrior dressing room, and that is their number 1 go-to guy, Lucas Nagy, the guy who will probably start every game this series.
Yeah, Nagy's been solid. He's been steady, he's been consistent. Brantford Warriors are saying, keep up that play, we'll take care of the rest.
And on the other side for the home team tonight, it is Brent Underwood, who will wear number 00, a guy they really can now count on to go back in and win them this game.
Yeah, Underwood getting the start in Game 1. Shaky start by him and really the whole team in Game 1. Cardiff came in, relieved him, and played really well. Good to see them show the confidence in Underwood and coming back here in this game, and I think he's anxious to show what he can do.
Well, Game 3 is literally just moments away, a couple festivities on the floor, the anthem, and then the opening face-off, and we will bring you live coverage of this 2017 Game 3 of the Meredith Cup on the JVI Sports Network. We are nearly set to go right here from the Garnet B. Rickard Complex in beautiful Bowmanville, Ontario. Game 3 of this best-of-7 series. Spencer Tangway alongside Mark Schutzkowski. We are even at 1, and this series has been a good one and a very even one so far.
It's been a great game so far, Spencer. A great series so far. I expect to see more of the same from both teams. They're both ready to play and excited to be here for Game 3.
We are underway as the Clarington Shamrocks will wear the white uniforms. Brantford will wear black with the yellow numbering and trim. The Brantford Warriors win the opening face-off and will run from left to right. And the Shamrocks in white will run from right to left. Ball starts deep with Ty Argent. Argent comes into today's game playing 12 in the postseason with 37 combined points, 25 of them being goals.
Oh, big factor over the left on the right side, left-hand shot for Brantford Warriors. He's been huge, 5 goals in the first game. 3 goals, another hat trick in Game 2. Nice hands, really fun to watch.
Well, there are a lot of guys to talk about for Clarington. William Cardiff, 6 goals, 19 helpers for a beautiful, beautiful goal to start. And the Clarington Shamrocks make it a 1-0 lead.
Oh, 2 guys that have been had big, huge games over the last Game 1. And Cardiff in Game 2, feeding Matt Halliday. Both players 4 goals and respectively in the first 2 games, and they work together. Cardiff feeds Halliday down the side, and he pops it in for a quick 1-0 lead for the Clarington Shamrocks.
Well, it's good patience. Nagy really lost himself in the net. Just a quick 1-pump fake, and that's all it took. Clarington off to an excellent start as they win this draw. Ball in control by McGregor. McGregor sends it back to the D as they get the announcement by the public address announcer, as Halliday gets credited with his first of the evening. Ball on the near side with the righties. Two-man game. Cardiff sets the pick. Up top it comes. The shot wide. 5 on the shot clock as Nagy step out behind his net, and that's going to end the shot clock, and the Warriors will take over.
Good job by Nagy just to burn off last couple seconds after that shot wide, and get 30-second burn by the Brantford Warriors defense.
We were talking before the broadcast, Brantford's kind of big thing they need to work on is discipline. A lot of undisciplined penalties. It's early, nothing yet, but what do they need to do to stay out of the box tonight?
Well, as you said, not retaliate. They're agitators. That's the kind of game they play. But talking to Paul Henhock Jr. before the game, he recognizes that they can't take those major penalties. That's what hurt them in Game 1. They stayed away from that in Game 2. He's got to preach that's a success you're going to have. You're going to come out with the W if you play hard-nosed, disciplined lacrosse.
Well, the men in black tonight, Wilson with Withers, and the third man in the officiating crew in the penalty box tonight is Matt Chamois. Ball starts here on the near side. Cardiff just trying to get a good look from the outside. That shot blocked, and it goes off the knee. Riley Gerard, big good shooter on the left side. That shot just goes through the crease. 3 on the shot. They get a fresh 30 as now they try to pick up the rebound loose ball, but it's controlled by Brantford.
Speedy Quinn Drysdale with the ball. He's got some speed. Not a huge guy, but he does his job very well.
Brantford transitioned well up the floor, but a better defensive stick. And now we have a 2-on-2 back the other way with the pressure. And Clarington smartly uses safety and goes back to half. Very fast pace to this game. Almost you wouldn't walk in and know this is Junior C lacrosse, as these boys are really playing like men and coming in really hot to start today's game.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Paul Henhock asked him, what's your plan for today? He goes, run, run, run. And Clarington Shamrocks recognize that, and that's what their game plan is, try and slow that pace down as much as they can and counteract that speed that Brantford has in their lineup.
Well, the Shamrocks will try to do the exact same the Green Gales did last night here. A big overtime victory, and that's the third straight overtime game in the Junior B final, as that outside shot gets denied by the Shamrocks keeper.
Yeah, it's good to see both the Junior B League and Junior C League having great finals thus so far. Kudos to all the teams that are at this point in the Ontario Championships.
An errant shot off the concrete here at Garnaby Rickard and goes into the safety netting. Brantford takes the ball over half and are looking to even the score 1-0 right now in favor of the Clarington Shamrocks. Ball starts with the righties. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Giles. Giles just being bothered. Good pressure coming from the Shamrocks, keeping him outside. Off the goal, and that will stay Brantford possession.
Giles with a huge game for Brantford last Saturday night. 4 goals, 3 straight in the third period to put Brantford up ahead for the rest of the game. He had a fantastic period.
That shot off the turf, and now goes all the way back deep. Brantford on their heels as Giles couldn't control. Picked up by Farquharson. The shot goes wide, and that's going to come all the way back to center. Controlled by the Warriors. 2-on-2 if they hurry, but a good defensive hit, and the arms of the referees stay down, and now the Shamrocks have possession back the other way.
Yeah, Harjan 1-on-1. Thought he was going to maybe poke through there, but nice defensive play by Lissick on Argent and getting the ball back for the Shamrocks.
Outside shot, caught a piece of the glove of Nagy. Loose ball battle. It's Gower in there. He gets sent to the floor, and that draws a possession. Very physical. You can tell the intensity's picking up with every big hit, but so far it's been a very disciplined game, and it's following the exact game plan of Henhock.
Yeah, great to see. I mean, every team wants to get under the skin of the opposing team, but it's much more enjoyable lacrosse when it's hard-nosed and physical as opposed to the parade to the penalty box.
We've played 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 1-0 in favor of the home side. We're even at 1 in this best-of-7 series. Clarington with the ball here on the near side. They swing it up top, trying to just cut down Main Street. Good stop as Nagy got his fingers on it and made the save. Ball swings back up top. Here's Cardiff. He's been really quiet tonight, only that one assist. He's usually the go-to guy for the O. As what a move again.
Oh. Nice pickup. Looked like Halliday out in front again. Picked up the garbage in front of the net, got Nagy moving a bit, opened up some net, popped it in for a 2-0 lead for the Shamrocks.
Well, that is a carbon copy of the first goal. A beautiful one pump fake, and that's all it took to get Nagy to bite. So the defending Meredith Cup champions jump out to a 2-0 lead here in game number 3. This face-off going on a little bit as the ball finally pops out of the circle. As a long battle going to be won by the Shamrocks, and they pull it to safety.
We had some great battles on the draw between Aki for the Warriors and Gerard for the Shamrocks last game. Very entertaining to watch those guys battle on the draws all game in game 2.
13 on the shot clock. Ball starts on the far side with the lefties. Good pressure coming from Brantford. A double team keeping them well out in the corner. Clarington just fires an outside shot. Delayed penalty coming. And it's the Brantford Warriors going off for a high-sticking minor. And that will open up our first power play for the Clarington Shamrocks.
Isaac Salazzo getting the high stick. Call by referee Ryan Wilson. Gives the Shamrocks first power play of the game. Brantford did a decent job on the penalty kill on Saturday night. They only gave up 3 power play goals as opposed to the 7 that they gave up in game number 1. So we'll see what they can do here on their first short man scenario here.
Salazzo in the box, 2 for high sticking. His 70th penalty minute of this postseason. Outside shot blocked is now. That's going to be controlled by the Clarington Shamrocks, but the pressure right on by the Brantford Warriors. Loose ball control. They get a fresh clock, and they try to just settle it down. Now to Cardiff. Cardiff up top for the shooter. Caught a piece of the right leg pad, and that could bounce into the fans right below us, but it stays in. Cardiff, an excellent rebound. Twister pass across the crease. Almost a little bit too fancy as he couldn't control. A loose ball picked up by the Clarington Shamrocks. To the crease again on his wrong side, though. Gets sent right to the floor hard, and he's still able to get a fresh 30. Right on top of the doorstep, they score. And look out right to the left of Nagy.
Oh, what an effort by Braden McGregor, little number 8 for the Clarington Shamrocks. Moving all over the place, juking, getting some open floor and feeding Halliday again. Halliday with a hot stick here early. 3-0, 12 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first period.
Well, Nagy's going to go to the bench for a quick water break, and it's going to be tough for Brantford. Nagy is their go-to guy. As you look at the stats, Marquez Stonefish only going in the net for 8 minutes in this postseason. So Nagy is their ride or die, and they know he's the guy that can really turn this game around for them.
Yeah, Nagy's been in this position before, not so much in the playoffs. Maybe against Fergus, he had a game where their Fergus was all over him, but he seems to get his composure and bounce back really well, so Brantford's hoping they'll see a bit of that same here for the rest of the game.
Well, once again, another big battle at the dot. It's more happening on the Clarington restraining line as they're still unable to find anything. Ball still finally now comes out, and Brantford finds it, and they pull it to safety. Here comes Brantford now. Arjun sends it up all the way down to the lefties in the corner. We've played 8 minutes, 15 seconds, 3-0 for the home side. Stepping around, here's Cole Robillard, a one-time Welland Junior B general and also a Six Nations rebel. That outside shot doesn't work. Denied. Shamrocks trying to find that loose ball in their own defensive end, but instead they find themselves heading to the penalty box for a 2-minute minor. Which means the final delayed penalty and the last delayed penalty on the play came against Clarington. So a little bit of 4-on-4 with 11:27 to go. And this might be Brantford's actual time to shine, a good time where there's going to be a lot of open floor and their offense is really talented.
Yeah, even strength, 4-on-4, and even a couple 3-on-3 scenarios opens up that floor for some of their skill players. Get a little bit of that ISO action and get some good looks towards the net. Sure, they'll be looking to see if they can do some of that today.
Well, Argent gets it to the crease and they score.
A nice job by Robillard using his size in front. Hits Caleb Wells after he draws the slide from the Shamrocks defender, and Wells takes a few steps in front of the net and tucks it to the left side of Underwood and gets Brantford a much-needed goal here and get themselves back into the game. They needed that one.
Well, Caleb Wells playing in his 14th postseason game, now his 29th point and his 17th goal. A guy that can really ignite a bench, and you saw that just as he was walking off the bench, he knew his boys were back in it.
Yeah, he's a spark plug, real fun to watch.
And we're still 4-on-4. Right now, momentum swings to the visiting Brantford Warriors, who have given up the first three but have battled back. Outside shot. It's going to be controlled by Clarington as he dances around the crease. Beautiful effort. Stretch pass now. But a better deny. And they're called for going through the crease.
There's Brent Pace in front of the net. Couple goals in the first game. Had a good look. Now mucking it up a little bit with Attridge of the Brantford Warriors.
Well, the officials are both in there, but they're still trying to take a swing. As Attridge is really adamant on letting this fight go. But the officials are clearly right in there. And nothing will come of it other than probably just 2-minute minors.
So looks like that maybe a 2 and some 10s, you think, Spencer? Or we got a minor up for the Shamrocks on the board.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, the only thing I can actually think of is if they actually went 2 and 4. But in lacrosse, you would see the 4 on the board for the other side. But on the floor, it is a 4-on-3 in favored for Brantford. We'll wait for the actual announcement, but now another guy is coming for Clarington. But a very kind of interesting start to today's game. A lot of goals early. We've almost seen a fight now. And all of a sudden, the penalty box are starting to get filled.
Yeah, ironically, not a dirty game by any means. Chippy, but intense. Much rather see that kind of effort from these players.
Right.
Than the checking from behinds and the high sticks that we had and saw in the first couple games.
Well, once again, Brantford starts with the ball at center. They're on the power play, though, this time, as we're playing 4-on-3 lacrosse. Brantford starts with Robillard. He's being bothered, though, as Robillard unable to take over control. And the Shamrocks steal it away, and they got a fresh 30.
Tyler Farquharson, the captain for the Shamrocks, doing a good job on that strip, getting it down, and now killing some seconds off their power play. Or their man short, sorry.
Well, Farquharson, who's now kind of got himself in a hole here. 2 Brantford players right on him, able to spin out and lets the bench hear it as he's still got control, trying to kill off another minute 3.
I think he purposely gets himself pinned up against the boards with 2 guys. We saw him twice in each of the games getting pinned by a couple guys, split the defenders, and he's found himself with a lane towards the net. So I think he likes that position. Here we go. Now we got 2 guys, see what he can do.
And now it's just a quick swim move. That's going to go right over the top of the Brantford's 2-man defense here, pinning him right up against the official. Withers right in there, having a good view of this one. Fall finally pops out, and after all of that, nothing gonna come of that, as Brantford wants a holding call as their player was sent right to the ground. 13 on the shot clock. Brantford has possession, 10 seconds left on the power play. That's an excellent job by Clarington to really kill that power play.
Oh, they've done a great job on the reg. Farquharson and Graham McCrory doing fantastic penalty kill roles for the Shamrocks in both the games. They've done a fantastic job in that role.
Outside shot denied by the starting keeper in Cardiff.
We got Underwood in actually tonight, Spencer. He's started game one. A little bit of a shaky start, and really by not just him, but his whole team. Cardiff came in 15 minutes into the first period, settled the team down. They've shown the confidence in Underwood and bringing him back here for game three.
Well, he certainly shut the door so far. A 3-1 contest right now in favor of the home side. This is game three on the JVI Sports Network and our continued coverage of Meredith Cup and OLA lacrosse. Shot clock expires, and another excellent kill by this very feisty tonight Clarington Shamrock Club.
Well, they're playing like a championship team, playing like a team that's won the last couple Meredith Cups here tonight. Hey, losing a game helps a team once in a while. I think coaches, they would like to win, but I think when they sit back and reflect, they'll say, we can probably learn something from a loss, and we can use that and get this team hungry again. And they've shown it tonight.
The pass intended to go to the far side for Warlow, just couldn't control. Ball right in the crease now, and now Brantford has it, and they pull it behind their own net with Jacob Parkinson. Parkinson trying to spin away from traffic, but all over him is Braden McGregor. Brantford setting up with Cole Robillard. A lot of these Brantford players, a couple of them played Junior B lacrosse together in Welland with Connor Merritt, Cole Robillard. And that's going to spin away. Good underhand slash right in the stick as the arms of the official stay down. Good pressure coming from Brantford here, keeping Clarington still from crossing the restraining line, and now just 15 seconds on the shot clock. Not a great scoring chance there, off the goaltender's arm. Ball's going to pop right out to center, and the Shamrocks get a fresh clock. Coming right in, trying to find a better lane to the very tall Nagy. Off the goalpost, rebound, they score.
William Cardiff working in front of the net, trying to get a lane, take a shot. Nagy gives up the rebound, and who's there to pick it up? But with Matt Holliday, with looks like his fourth goal here in the first period, and it makes it 4-1 for the Shamrocks.
And you could tell that this Clarington team has almost figured out a way to get under his skin, and it's not outside shots, it's simply making a move. He seems he's not square to the shots right now. He seems a little bit agitated in the net, and that's causing one extra movement. And as a goalie, I know exactly where he is. He just has to find his place, settle down, and really corral this team together because they are relying on him. Well, what a night for Halliday. Make that 4 straight goals for Halliday, and it's a 4-1 game. Outside shot denied. Better controlled save by Nagy. The ball pops right out, though, but Nagy's going to get possession as they're called for being in the crease.
And each of the games, Spencer, we have seen a team pop out in front. The end result of the game was quite opposite of that, as the team that was behind most of the game seemed to rally and come up victorious in the end. But hard to think that the Shamrocks are going to let that happen tonight the way they're playing. If they can keep this up, could be a long night for the Brantford Warriors.
That outside shot, and that could draw a penalty, and that will be a penalty. Veteran official Ryan Wilson coming in to make the call. Well, of course, gate number 4 is set for Monday night, and if you look at the score right now, a 4-1 game, they got to remember this is only game 3, not game 7, so it's hard to say pace yourself, but you have to know we got to play this game first. You can't worry about what's coming down the road. As some teams may do that, they have to protect themselves and be efficient now, not later.
Yeah, that's right, Spencer. I mean, both first 2 games have been won by the road team, so Clarington still has the home floor advantage, but they don't want to give that up tonight by falling asleep, or 3-goal lead in lacrosse we all know is absolutely nothing. So they've got to keep the pressure on all game and keep to what they're being successful in.
As once again the Brantford bench letting Withers hear it as they thought a player was sent to the turf illegally. 4.5 left to play. 4-on-4 lacrosse for another minute 10. Ball starts on the far side. Giles with it. Very talented right-handed shooter for this Brantford Warriors team. And what a story it is for Brantford, actually. Coming into the league as, of course, expansion team, not really being settled in the league. They've made the playoffs, and now they're here at the big dance.
Well, they've done a fantastic job. They've got some, off the post. Heck of a scoring opportunity. But they've worked really well with their affiliates, with the intermediate teams from both Hamilton and Brantford, and worked really well with the Hamilton Junior B Bengals. And a lot of guys getting a lot of experience at the Junior B level, and we're seeing them here in the Junior C finals.
Well, a moving pick called by Ryan Wilson. As we were talking about intermediate and their affiliates, that, of course, intermediate provincials. Tomorrow, Tuesday night, they get underway at Iroquois Park and right here at Garnaby Rickard, Tuesday through Thursday. As the festival runs all the way until the Sunday, one of the most exciting times of the year for Ontario lacrosse. Big hit, ball pops out. Penalized players are out of the penalty box, so we're back to 5-on-5. A vicious chop let go as they may have been stick on stick as the official had the better angle.
Oh, things are starting to heat up here, Spencer. Hot barn on a Monday night for lacrosse. It's a kind of a game that these guys have been playing and we expect to see for the entire series.
As once again, both benches letting the officials hear it, but just a good defensive play.
Yeah, it looked like they had a good stranglehold on McGregor going to the net. Withers on the far side maybe didn't quite see it, but Shamrocks got the possession nonetheless and have a chance here to drive to the net.
Behind the back chance, squeaks through, they score.
And there's McGregor, says you're not going to call him on a penalty, I'll hurt you in another way. So McGregor, their leading goal scorer in the regular season, gets the 5th goal of the period for the Shamrocks, and now they're going to get another power play goal, or power play opportunity.
Well, the officials now are trying to settle themselves down and settle this game down, because as an official, I know where they're coming from. I really cannot relate when they get frustrated and flustered on the floor. Everything comes at them so fast. As unsportsmanlike the call, as well as a 5-minute high stick major. So a 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes.
Well, it looks like Salazzo got the 5-minute high stick and Connor Gillis got the 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct. And we got some 5-on-3 action here.
As now Brantford back the other way with a good steal on the PK. Here's Gower. Gower to the far side, the twist shot. Catches a piece of the goaltender.
Oh, nice job in the transition, and Gower gets the ball back.
And now this rag is huge. 2 minutes left in the period. They need to kill as much as they can to try and eat up this 5-on-3.
Yeah, they got the ball in the right, in the stick of the right guy, Argent, but he steps over on the line. They called it back over. Thought he might have got rid of it, but Shamrocks were going to pick it up anyway.
The power play goes back to work. They're going to go with the 4-on-3 formation, hang a guy high. Well at half is a safety. 2 rights, 2 lefts. Ball starts with the lefts on the far side. Flip pass to the low crease. Up top, they swing it. Here's Gerard. Gerard to the near side. The twist shot from the sidearm from Lissick doesn't work.
Nice save by Nagy. I'm sure he's feeling a little bit better about squeezing that one, hanging on to the rebound and giving the ball back to his team so that they can kill off this penalty. About a minute 10 left here in the third. Important for them to finish off this period strong, Spencer.
Well, here's Ty Argent just being eaten alive here. 3 Shamrocks all over him, including some of the future Shamrocks right along the boards. And they get the ball back, a key possession for the Brantford Warriors. So 57.1 remaining in the first. 5-on-3 for another 24 seconds. And Argent's going to start with it right up top. Triple team coming as he's just going to duck and try to plow through, trying to avoid going back over.
He's going to try and maybe draw a penalty of his own, see if they can get the ball back. But Lucy picked up by the Shamrocks.
Well, the first penalized player coming out will be Isaac Salazzo. That 2 minutes unsportsmanlike penalty. So they kill the penalty off. And now, here's Cardiff. Cardiff to the near side, and they score.
Oh, nice behind the back pass. Left Matt Halliday wide open at the crease, and he made no mistake. Another short side goal on Nagy. He's been beat on that short side a fair bit this series, and in particular in this game.
And now Shane Withers caught something on the way to the bench, and an undisciplined penalty, as unsportsmanlike the call. And I don't care who you are, taking an unsportsmanlike penalty after you score a goal is probably one of the worst penalties you could take.
Oh, exactly. That's, no need giving the ball back to the other team. That's the last thing you want to do here late stage in the first period.
Well, there's only 13 left. The power play over now, by the way. Brantford comes right in, but he steps inside the crease.
Nice drive by Argent, but just couldn't tuck it home.
So this should do it for the end of the opening period. Clarington has the ball. They're just going to send it all the way down the floor. And the horn sounds here at the Rickard. To end our opening period, we'll see if there's any more pushing and shoving and extracurricular activities on the way to the benches. As, well, Mark, what a penalty-filled first period we had. 7 goals put up, only 1 for the visiting Brantford Warriors, who really had the momentum stealing last game.
Yeah, we'll see what this brings. Very indicative of the first game when Brantford was all over the visiting Shamrocks and came up with a 5-2 lead after the first period. We'll see if the Brantford Warriors can keep their composure and chip away at this lead as they get 40 minutes to do so.
Well, it's 20 minutes in the book, 6-1 in favor of the hometown Clarington Shamrocks here in Game 3 at the OLA and JVI's coverage of the 2017 Meredith Cup. Well, the first period is now in the books, and oh my, what a very physical, chippy, and kind of unorthodox first period. As you look at the scoreboard, it's 6-1.
Yeah, it looked like early going on was fast-paced. We got an early goal by the Shamrocks, which we've had every game, somebody scoring early. Shamrocks just keeping the pedal to the metal and keeping it on the gas and just keeping Brantford back on their heels and Nagy just getting peppered with shots in that first period.
Well, I don't know the official total, but Clarington well ahead in the shots on goal category.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I wouldn't. I'd say it's. I don't know what the exact numbers either, but I'd say about a 3-to-1 average or ratio here on those shots, and they get another one here to start off the second period.
As Clarington this period will run left to right. They, of course, just joining us. They're in their white uniforms, traditional home, with the green numbers on the back. Brantford in black with the yellow. I love those jerseys. The yellow lining all the way down. Shot off Nagy all the way up top. Fresh clock here at Garnaby Rickard. Spencer Tangway, Mark Schutzkowski, and the rest of our JVI network team. Ball up top. They try to feed it right through the middle. Ball's right on Nagy, and that's an interference. And now another penalty. Nothing new in this game.
Yeah, really unnecessary there. Sam Gower made a great play by tying up the guy going to the net, stick on stick. They were going to get the ball back. Did a fantastic job, and now he took a undisciplined penalty. He's getting 2 minutes for a rough. And that's been the Achilles heel of the Brantford Warriors, and I think the Shamrocks are just licking their chops right now, saying, hey, another power play opportunity.
So Gower finds his first time and first trip in this postseason in the penalty box. Outside shot denied. That's his 4th consecutive save. Loose ball battle. Trying to get a fresh 30 as no team has picked up the loose ball after that last save by Nagy, as now he's got another one. And another opportunity for the rag team for Brantford. Has a beautiful swim move, but he's sent to the ground. Loose ball controlled by the Clarington Shamrocks. Quick turnaround. Warlow just couldn't connect. And that's going to go out of play into the safety netting.
Well, Pace saw Carnduff going to the net and just couldn't quite connect. Gives the ball back to Brantford. They bring it over, and they're going to get one guy out of the box here in a couple seconds. Parkinson goes to the net. Nice save. Puts it behind Underwood on the right, down low. Gives Brantford a little bit of life here in the second period. Yeah, that's only our second shorthanded goal of the series, Spencer, and both have come in transition play like that. Parkinson being very opportunistic, driving right to the net, and huge uplift for the bench of the Brantford Warriors.
So the draw is won by by the Clarington Shamrocks. Farquharson popped it to himself. 2 minutes into this second frame. It's a 6-2 Clarington lead. Now to the crease. Power play to the far side crease.
Oh, Nagy, what a save. Desperation sticks the big Woody out and keeps it out of the net. Great effort by Nagy.
Well, momentum now back the other way. A 2-on-2. The bouncer, but a good stop by Underwood. Underwood a flip right to double sevens and Riley Girard.
Yeah, I think they would have been better off pulling that out. They're going to get Gillis out of the box here in a couple seconds. But, got away with a crease call there. Otherwise, that shot on net down in the Clarington zone would have cost them.
Well, a couple fans behind us and around the net disagreeing with the call. But the official in Withers, in the best position possible, waves it off. Shot clock turned off, by the way, as they're still in the PK. And now we are all even as Gower steps out of the penalty box. 5-on-5 lacrosse. Brantford has the momentum with that last one. Ball starts with the lefties on the far side. East-west pass comes across the top. Good stop by Underwood. As a low shot pops out. And the Shamrocks turn up floor. That stretch pass couldn't connect. Parkinson, the latest goal scorer, couldn't pick up the Lucy. And now the Shamrocks have 15 seconds. And they'll slow it down with Jacob Kelly. Here's Kelly. Kelly trying to find some time and room. That flip pass may have been the wrong decision, but it worked out. Across, they score.
Attridge gambled, jumping that loose ball, trying to pick it up. Went right by him and right into Braden McGregor's stick, and he had just a lane to the net, and he's slippery. He's got a good stick. He got Nagy moving and got Shamrocks their first goal here of the second period.
The team that has been up usually has not been able to hold on, but the Clarington Shamrocks are not going away tonight.
Yeah, second period in each of the first two games has been when the other team started to turn the tide after being down coming out of the intermission. Game one, it was the Shamrocks being down 5-2, coming back and outscoring the Warriors 5-3 and taking the lead there. And here, game two, the Warriors started taking over. So Shamrocks are going to do everything they can not to let that happen to them tonight.
Well, delayed penalty up as Carnduff gets the lone assist, not Kelly, as it must have been 44, not 4. As that outside shot will bring us to a whistle, as the delayed penalty coming up against the home side and the Clarington Shamrocks. Power play tonight for Brantford not really successful, as they haven't had many opportunities, as it's been Brantford going to the box for most of tonight. But a first good look at this power play in the second period. Underwood comes out, square to the shooter, and makes the belly pad save. Tripping going to be called here, and maybe a slash if he's not careful.
Yeah, Giles went down low, probably trying to get his body in front, but Shamrocks pick up the ball, bring it down, and they've got some more shenanigans going on there with Farquharson and a couple Brantford Warriors. Brantford really coming unglued here. Spencer, they've got to keep their composure and realize this is a 7-game series.
As a goal, all this came after a goal, and now we're finally restarting play.
Yeah, that unfortunately takes away from the game. As you said, the flow, the momentum. Hey, Brantford doesn't mind so much breaking the momentum up here a little bit.
Right.
But as far as the game goes, lacrosse, when it's a minute or an hour, 45-minute game, you came out of a really entertaining, fast game lacrosse. Referees blowing it in. Transition was quick. But, yeah, these stoppages really slow it down. Graham McCrory here starting off with the ball for the Shamrocks on the man short. He is an excellent shorthand ragman for the Shamrocks. Really entertaining to watch.
Well, McCrory still has it now as he's going to pull it up top. Ball pops out of his stick, though. He's sent right to the boards. As we'll try to get a good angle as the ball has now finally been picked up. Clarington gets it back, and the home crowd lets him hear it for that excellent effort. He's killed 30 of their one penalty already, and it will be a 5-on-4 in 50 seconds time. Battle now, continue here on the near side. McCrory still has it. Swim move up over the top, beautiful play. Ball
He
pops
loses
out.
the ball.
But it's controlled once
They get it
again.
back. Riley Gerard picks up the ball. It hasn't been bouncing the Warriors' way as Gerard's out in front. Nice save by Nagy.
And now a minor interference call gives the ball right back to Clarington, and this is what I mean. It's a minor interference call that looks like it may be drawing more penalties here as the players just giving it to each other. Off ball as you look across as the battle continues here on the near side. Off screen, two-man game that is really picking up intensities with high hits.
It looks like we're going to have Gerard, and it looked like perhaps Attridge going at it. Withers trying to break them up.
Well, Chamois now on the floor as you got to be careful here with the players coming closer. And now the penalty box door is open. This spells disaster. As all of this coming, and you could almost see it just waiting for when this is going to spill over into something more. Well, a good time to remind you, JVI Network and the JVI Video Sports team will be at game number 4. There will be a tape delay at the Gretzky Sports Center in Brantford Monday night. Be sure to give us a follow on Twitter and follow us on all social media platforms to stay up to date with everything at JVI Video and at Ontario Lacrosse, the official Twitter handle of the Ontario Lacrosse Association and OLA Junior Lacrosse. Well, Matt Chamois has now 4 Shamrocks in the box and 3 Brantford players in the box as they chirp back and forth. We're underway, though, on the game floor. Nice behind the back pass for Brantford. That outside shot's going to go wide, and it will go all the way back as Nagy comes out, 10 of the shot clock. He'll flip it up and connect with Connor Merritt, team captain. Merritt, the flip pass. It doesn't work, just goes high.
They're trying to hit Robillard cutting in front, get a shot on net or a scoring opportunity. Just missed on that play.
Well, Brantford's going to pull it out. We are back to 4-on-4 lacrosse, if you're keeping track at home, as it's a turnover and the Shamrocks have possession. Clarington pushing into the near side. Ball starts. And now it goes to the far side. 12 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in period number 2. Good spin away from traffic. McGregor gets a shot off Nagy. Ball pops up and it's controlled by the Brantford Warriors.
Oh, McGregor got a step on Wagenlaner and drove right to the net. Almost looked like it was going to be a 9th goal for Clarington, but just missed.
While Parkinson now trying to stay out of the crease. Ball swings it up top for Dorr. Dorr finds an open shooting lane, but he just whistles one wide of the cage. That outside shot from Parkinson, well handled by the goaltender Underwood. As Underwood really hasn't been tested much tonight. A lot of outside shots on the power play, but he's easily stepped up to make the stops.
Yeah, he's done his job, and their defense and offense have done a lot of the work for him, but he's stood in there when he's had to and not giving up any soft ones. A game like this, you can maybe lose a little bit of your focus and your attention to the concentration while you're sitting in between the pipes and not seeing much action.
Well, the shot clock is now reset, and they are all even. Mark, I think this is the first time all period, other than maybe the start, we're all even.
4-on-4.
As off ball pushing and shoving on the near side allows the Shamrocks to collect that loose ball. Errant pass picked off by Brantford. Big bump along the far boards, and Clarington regains possession. Delayed penalty arm up as Ryan Wilson saw that late slash. And Brantford heading back to the penalty box. 15 on the shot clock. Off ball slashing again.
Yeah. Second penalty happens, so Wilson, I think, is getting a high stick for Salazzo on the first call.
And Salazzo's been in and out of the penalty box all night. Will make another trip into the sin bin.
It's like Warlow came out of the box and saying hi to Salazzo, but he's in there serving at 2, so I think Warlow's been designated as the agitator for the Shamrocks tonight.
But now we're back to 3-on-3.
Yeah, 3-on-3. Looks like we had all 2s up on the box, so everybody will be coming out.
Gotta love 3-on-3 lacrosse, and maybe this is what Brantford needs. It would work for them when they were 4-on-4, as that shot almost hits that banner that reads "Home of the Green Gales" way up in the rafters here. Garnaby Rickard, home of the OLA Festival this week, and home of the Shamrocks. Beautiful stop by Nagy as he's really found his game here in the second.
Yeah, he's been steady. It's good to see it's not really phase him. He's got to stand in there and take the rubber regardless. Not an easy game to be in for him, but that's just going to build his character and hopefully make him a stronger goalie moving forward.
Well, the shots right now in the second period, 12-4 in favor of Clarington. As that shot gets easily denied on the crease call. Still not halfway through tonight's game as it's 8:10 local time here in Bowmanville. And we talked about an hour and 45-minute game as we just crossed the halfway point. Now a beautiful look into the center.
Argent just lost the handle on that ball. Nice little pick and roll, but like I say, when the ball's rolling out of his stick, you know, the whole Brantford team's off a little bit. They could have certainly benefited from a good offensive look here. And he gets beat as Farquharson goes to the net. Right into the big W of Nagy.
Well, Brantford needs an answer as they push the floor here 3-on-2. Flip pass started by Ty Argent. Argent now right down Main Street in the middle, and he gets the shoulder on it, but a beautiful try by Ty Argent. Argent now on his off-stick side.
James Houston doing some close defense on him.
Now for the other 19 and Giles. Giles for Brantford. Brantford trying to backpedal. The pass intended for Argent. Argent trying to find that loose ball. Outside shot denied by Underwood. Now Clarington. Back down the middle of the shot. Beautiful stop. Loose ball battle. All the way up top here. As back comes Brantford. Twist shot off the crossbar.
Ethan Riggs from the wrong side of the floor had that far side and almost tucked it in.
As Clarington hasn't really seen too many good offensive sets as of late. As now we're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse, bring it right down the middle. But Lucas Nagy stands right up and makes that big stop. Now he's got to get to his post. Rebound controlled. Fresh clock, though, for the Clarington Shamrocks. Good ball possession up top by Dorr. by number 17 in Matt Holiday. Holiday scoring the first 4 consecutive goals for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, and tagged one on for good measure to close off the scoring for the Shamrocks in the first period. 5-goal night for him already.
And just like that, penalty box doors reopen, and 2 more visitors come back to the penalty box. So in the box for Clarington, it is McCrory. As now Brantford pulls away from traffic. Here's Ethan Riggs. Riggs, the pass intended for Parkinsons, but Parkinsons had to leap to his feet, but he couldn't squeeze. Haven't seen a goal in a little bit of time now. As the shooter sticks have gone away, we've seen 10 in tonight's game, 8 for Clarington, but speak of the devil, it's 9-2.
Zach Lissick up top. They've come away with a few good looks, coming that same play, rolling a guy across top, getting Nagy to take one step one way, and they're gone back the other way. Nice, well-placed shot there by Lissick on that one. Gives a 7-goal lead for the Shamrocks.
And you know what? It's got to be a tough night when you're in net and you realize what's happening off ball, all these penalties coming, and you're trying to find a rhythm. Well, you mentioned it right off the top. You're in game 3 now. Clarington is not going away. Another draw win by the Shamrocks. And they pull it to safety wisely and regain composure as they get fresh legs out the Odor. Brock Harris, a really excellent job behind the bench tonight as he's trying to control his team and keep this lead under control, as there is still a lot of time. And Mark, we know anything can happen in this great game. As there's 5 on the shot clock. Twist shot, denied, rebound. They pull it, try to go cross crease, but there's a lot of traffic. And the big wooden goaltending stick of Nagy is able to smother up that Lucy. Here's Parkinson. Parkinson, once again, unable to connect. The pass was intended for Giles. Picked up off the floor by Connor Merritt. Connor Merritt wears number 32. And an interesting story about Connor Merritt, blind in one eye, but he's one of those go-to guys, a very confident leader for this club this year and in his last year of junior eligibility. Outside shot, caught a piece of the goaltender. 20 on the shot clock now. Ball to the near side for Giles. He gets it stripped of his stick. Connor Merritt gets beat, and Clarington has numbers back the other way. Penalty out of the box for both teams as Dorr and McCrory come out of the penalty box. Under 6 to play. Clarington takes it into the offensive zone. Here's Cardiff. Cardiff now starts with the lefties. They're strong right. Now to the far side. Good little dip and dive.
Oh, wow. Nice fake by McGregor, and he gets a good look at the net. We see Isaac Salazzo bringing it over with his Woody. Second, each team bringing out a Woody for this game, Spencer.
Well, Salazzo, a normal D guy, caught on the offensive side of the floor. Beautiful feed in the middle. And now, once again, off ball, pushing and shoving. But the shot clock about to expire. Brantford gets the shot on goal to bring it back to 30. But Underwood makes the stop.
There's Jaden Dredge, who's their leading goal scorer in the regular season, trying to drive to the net and make something happen. Play called down by the referees and taking...
Well, now pushing and shoving back the other way. And look out on the other side of the floor. As I thought something may have been happening, but the Brantford player just goes to his own goalie. As still pushing and shoving. As this could get ugly.
So Zanoski for the Shamrocks coming to the box. And Michael Como coming to the box for the Brantford Warriors. We'll see what calls come out of this, but I imagine 2-minute offsetting for sure.
At the Garnaby Rickard, bringing the second game sheet, and we're in the second period of play. Well, and for the third time this period, you don't see it too many times in a game. The board is full, and it reads 2 minutes for every single player. As they have now proceeded on to the second game sheet. And the captain, Connor Merritt, comes over to serve a penalty.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did get some 10s in there or some 2s and 5s. As you mentioned before, maybe making some of these guys sit for a little bit longer. Lissick goes to the net and does a backhander, almost pokes in the behind Nagy, but Warriors get the ball and bring it up.
As finally, we're back underway, of course, and the story of tonight's game, penalties, and what an offensive push by the Clarington Shamrocks. And Matt Halliday scoring the opening 4 and being a big offensive threat. Outside shot, no threat for Underwood, as Nagy's going to come well out of his net to fire it back down. Will he get it off in time? He will, but that's not going to go very far.
Nobody did what he wanted to, get it down deep. Gives the Warriors a chance to get their personnel out on the floor, but Farquharson, big strong ball handler for the Shamrocks.
So here we go again.
Play behind with Gillis and Farquharson. 2-on-2 action going on the offensive zone. Off an Aggie shoulder. Oh, dangerous bounce in front of the net, but Sam Gower's there to pick it up. Bring it over, see if he can make something happen.
Well, Bradford needs an answer, and I can only say this so many times. And there it is. Outside shot, and it's a beauty. Sam Gower brings the Brantford Warriors back on the scoreboard. Yeah, and the big thing about this last 3 minutes, and we talk in hockey, of course, they always say it's always tough for a team to go into the break getting scored against. But for a team that can really pour it on here late, this is Brantford's time. They have a little bit of momentum here. They know this has been a penalty-filled game, but if they can control themselves for 3.5 minutes and just string together a couple, they're right back in it.
So William Cardiff on the draw against Aki, and Shamrocks come out with it. 2-on-1, streaking to the net. Braden McGregor, he's dangerous.
Well, and Clarington now pulling it out as the penalties are about to expire. 20 left on them. Clarington with the 9-3 lead. Going to start up top. Going to go to the left-hand side. Here's Deadly. The deadly Stephen Jones, the shot goes wide. Picked off by the Brantford Warriors. Penalized players are out of the box. Here's Argent. Argent trying to take it down the middle. Loose ball right on top of the goal crease. But Underwood just out of the reach is unable to find it. Argent takes a high hit, and now a penalty coming. And it's the Shamrocks heading off. And the minor penalty is coming against, I believe, Jacob Morden.
Yeah, I'm going to think maybe an illegal cross-check off the hip or behind, but definitely take an opportunity to try and get Argent rattled.
So back underway, power play this time for the Brantford Warriors. This is our first look at the power play in a real long time. Robillard plays the top quarterback position. He's going to go help the goaltender, Nagy. Nagy, just a flip pass here to Robillard.
A couple power play goals for the Brantford Warriors in each of the first 2 games. A couple nice plays in game number 2 for their 2 power play goals, but not having much success in that regard here tonight.
Well, the ball will start here on the hockey blue line, as here's the captain of this 2017 Shamrocks club, and he's being tied up against the boards here, trying to kill off another minute 18. 2 Brantford Warriors all over him. Withers right there, trying to get a good look at where the ball is and trying to keep it moving. Under 2 minutes to play in regulation time for the second period. Whistle's blown, and it is Brantford ball. And that's a penalty.
That's a tough one. They should send both there, I think, for that. McCrory trying to do the smart thing and go oh, what's going on? What's the play? And
you know it's crazy. I just look up at the actual time of day clock. We're approaching 8:30, a 7 o'clock game, and we're still not in the second intermission.
yeah. So it looks like Salazzo did get 2 minutes probably for a slash on that play, and Brantford's going to get the ball back.
That's
on
a gift.
An errant pass.
That is a free gift. And now they got to take advantage. Parkinson back the other way. Power play. Oh, no. As the Miner up on the board, so we will play 4-on-4 like you mentioned. Ball to the far side. Trying to just get a shot on goal. They do. Right off the goaltending stick. Rebound is controlled by Giles. Player to watch tonight. Giles the shot. Up top save, and that's going to hurt Underwood. Underwood is hurt right in the neck area.
Yeah, I could hear the smack off the metal. We'll see if he's still standing, which is a good sign, but definitely in today's day and age, any shot like that, he fired that ball, and I don't think Underwood saw it, and even if he did, he wouldn't get out of the way in time, as they're going to check him out.
They start with the ball. A last minute of the play announcement has now been announced, as that shot doesn't phase Underwood right into the logo, and he'll settle it down. Fresh 30. That pass.
Oh, nice task by Underwood, just misses. Looked like number 4, Jacob Kelly of the Shamrocks, goes out of bounds, and the Warriors have it back with Jaden Dredge up top. He likes to shoot.
Well, it beat Underwood, but it couldn't beat the goal post. Now it's controlled by the Shamrocks. They got a 2-on-1. They got numbers. They send it across the floor. Connecting was Edwards, and now he's got to spin away from traffic. In control, Cardiff down the middle, scores.
Oh, a little twister shot.
So a goaltending change coming, and in comes Marquez Stonefish.
Well, there you go. Good talking about him. And like I say, he's taking lots of rubber. Any of these guys that are going to put on the pads and sit between the pipes, I got to tip my hat to them. So let's see if he's got nothing in there with nothing to lose. That could be a dangerous situation. And maybe rally the team here if they can get in front of Stonefish and try and get some opportunities.
Well, the second period is about to end. Only 10 seconds or so. As Nagy heads off. Has a good stop by Stonefish, and how about another?
There you go. Felt the rubber a little bit before the end of the period. That's good for him.
So that will be it for 2 periods of play. And if you're a Brantford Warrior fan, you're not in the best of mood. The score 10-3 in favor of the boys in white. And it has been probably one of the longest periods in playoff Meredith Cup history. So after almost an hour-long period, we'll step aside. It's 10-3 from Garnet B. Rickard. But it's been physical. It's been back and forth. And now we got to play a 20-minute solid period.
Yeah, a little disappointing in the sense that these two teams gave us some real entertaining lacrosse in the first 2 games. And coming out of game 2, I was really impressed by the play of both squads and was hoping they would just build off of that. But they went back to a little bit of their aggressiveness and undisciplined play, especially behind the play. So hoping that that'll settle down and they'll get back to doing what they can do, because these are 2 good, talented teams who deserve to showcase their skills here in the Meredith Cup Finals.
Well, Lucas Nagy pulled for the second time in this postseason in his 13 consecutive straight starts. As now Marquez Stonefish will be into tonight's game to play the third. Loose ball controlled by Clarington, as that'll get sent just out of play.
So last time Stonefish went into the net for the Brantford Warriors was in Game 3 against the Fergus Thistles, in which case the Thistles really took it to the Warriors in that game. I think the score was 11-2 or something along those lines. Gave Fergus a 2-1 lead in that series. And Brantford came right back in the next 2 games and blew out the Fergus Thistles and took that series and to get to the Meredith final. So regardless of the outcome of this game, I think they are going to be far from done. and they're going to come back Thursday night in Brantford with guns blaring, and I say Argent just misses the far side on that play.
Well, it was a beautiful shot because he had Underwood moving to his left to try to cover the short side, as Underwood was cheating a bit, trying to give him a little bit of a room, but Argent bought it and tried to go far side. That shot denied by Marquez Stonefish. Here comes Brantford now, 3-on-3, starting with Parkinson. Now they add a fourth. Here's Giles. Giles swings and tries to just push himself through the middle. A third to crowd, and that will be, I believe, just possession.
Well, they're going to go talk to each other and see if they can get this call right. The helmet did come off on Giles, and it's going to be a possession call, so Brantford will retain the ball.
As really we were talking about how tough it is to be an official, they're doing an excellent job trying to control this game, as Wilson and Withers and Chamois in the penalty box tonight. Here from Garnaby Rickard, Spencer Tangway and Mark Schutzkowski are up in the gondola, not too high above the penalty box, just about 5 feet here at Garnaby Rickard Complex here in Bowmanville.
Oh, best seats in the house. Great to work with you, Spencer, and the JVI crew. It's been a lot of fun.
Brentford now. Delayed penalty, and it is going against Brantford, but look out now as a Shamrock player has just leveled a Warrior to the ground. Can't see the numbers yet, and there's a stick that just gets thrown, and that will be an additional major penalty, I believe.
Jaden Dredge tossing Ethan Warlow's stick across the back of the floor. No, they've got to start winning their shifts here and forget about the scoreboard. They said maybe reset in their own mind here and just start getting back and turning the tides and getting some momentum in their favor. So try to do a double down in the corner, but the Shamrocks player gets out of it with a possession. As we've got some short-handed play. Looks like, I think that's McCrory. I know there's a 4 on the jersey. I'm not sure if that's 14 McCrory. He does a great job in that role. Keeps the feet moving.
Well, he's been absolutely excellent, and you mentioned in the first, and he spins away from one Warrior. And now he's got to watch that line as he battles 2 and the wide attack line.
There's Salazzo on him. He's already got 4 minors, so he's pushing for a 5th, but maybe a withholding call there on McCrory, so Brantford's going to get the ball back. Minute 15 left in the power play. See if they can get a goal here and start chipping away at this lead. Still 16 minutes left. We've seen some crazier things happening in lacrosse, Spencer, but maybe it's an uphill battle, but they want to try and chip away at it.
As Clarington, right now with a comfortable 7-goal lead, but they have to kill as it's 4 versus 1 right now, and the 1 comes out victorious, but now the ball pops out, and it's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Argent across the floor, fakes it now to the middle.
Ryan Dorr, oh.
Beautiful stop.
Nice play. Argent fakes off to Attridge going to the net and waits for Dorr to join the play, and they had a good point-blank chance on that. Would have been a nice one to tuck by Underwood, but he shut the door on him.
Shot clock turned off as there's still 15 seconds left to kill. Cardiff jumping in the air. Now they go to the crease, but the pass is not able to be controlled. Cardiff, a nice look again into the middle high slot as Parkinson sends his man over, and it will be Brantford ball. Penalized player about to come out of the penalty box in 3 seconds, and that will make it 5-on-5 as that stretch pass connects. A shot off the goal post.
Matt Halliday, point blank in front of the net. He's got 5 goals already tonight. All coming in the first period to give him that big 6-1 lead. We got another stoppage here with a little wet floor.
Well, the ball is going to start with the Shamrocks, 5-on-5. Now back to the near side with 10 on the shot clock. McGregor now into the middle, as that was Halliday. And he's right in the crease. He's trying to just get up. And look out now as more extracurriculars.
Yeah, good collapse by the defenders there on the Warriors as Halliday was in front, but a couple guys slid down.
15 minutes to go, and that's exactly what they need to do as Brantford. They get a couple of goals. We keep talking about stringing them together. Just haven't been able to see any really connection in tonight's game as they're able to come right to the crease here. A beautiful effort as the drive from the Warriors, you can see, is still there. As Clarington now trying to pack on a few more. Ball starts here on the near side. 1-1 in this best of 7 Meredith Cup final. Shamrocks, defending champions, trying to do it once again. Here they come in.
Oh, William Cardiff trying to go backhander on Stonefish. But probably just trying to get on net as he knew the shot clock was winding down. Loose ball, burns off the 30, and the Warriors get it, and they're going to come back. With Austin Giles, who had a huge game in game 2. Nothing really here tonight for the Warriors, but he was big in the third period last game, so we'll see if he can start clicking here as well. And maybe get the Warriors heading in the right direction again.
Well, that shot is going to be picked up now by the Clarington Shamrocks. They cut across their own crease. That pass is going to go right into the bench. That's the third time tonight an errant pass by the Clarington Shamrocks, an unforced turnover.
Yeah, first couple games you saw a really effective full-man press by the Warriors. Hasn't had that much success here tonight. They did get a turnover on that one and a couple other plays like that tonight. But Brock Harris said before the game that they're going to try some things and counteract that full-court press that's been so effective by the Brantford Warriors and seems to have worked well tonight.
Well, a good stop by Stonefish. And now the pass up to Parkinson, who's on his wrong side, comes across, and he'll look to just dish off and find a way to get over to the other side of the floor. 12:50 left to go in tonight's broadcast, brought to you by JVI Sports Network, here at the Meredith Cup Game 3, a part of our coverage of OLA lacrosse. Good deny and a better rebound control by Underwood.
Yeah, tough angle shot there, but Ryan Dorr trying to get something happening. But Underwood standing tall, holding the rebound, pulling that in, and getting the stick and letting his offensive guys do some work down in the far end.
Clarington has it on the far side. They try to push their way through the middle. It's going to be picked up by the Warriors, but he just can't find a squeeze. Now he does in front of the bench, as that ball is going to get popped out of the stick. And Clarington comes back the other way.
Yeah, Ethan Riggs did a great job picking up that Lucy, but got caught dangling his stick out, and Shamrocks took that opportunity, stripped him, and got the ball back.
So an interesting note about the guys in the penalty box. They still need a dead ball, and they've been in here for 5 extra minutes than needed. So that's a funny thing in lacrosse, is you have to wait for that dead ball. And unfortunately, no one has taken a penalty in a long time. And a timeout is called. What do you know? The dead ball has finally happened.
Maybe a little strategic there, saying we need those 3 guys, all of them offensive guys, Michael Como, Caleb Wells, and Jaden Dredge, with 11 minutes left in the 11 and a half minutes left in the third period. So kudos to that defense and what they've done as well here tonight.
Well, and that starts with the play of Underwood behind them as a penalty is let go as we play on with 11:20 remaining in this third period, a 10-3 game, as you mentioned. Brantford trying to find a way to crack this defense, as that is going to go miles wide and all the way back to Stonefish. Stonefish just going to chuck it down the floor, but it's picked off. Here comes Clarington with possession. That's Laidler.
Ryan Laidler with probably one of the easiest interceptions he's going to have. Stonefish tried to get that up a little bit, but right into the stick of a waiting Laidler for the Clarington Shamrocks.
Cardiff now. Good stop, but a better rebound stop once again by Stonefish, who's been very good so far in relief of Lucas Nagy. Now to the crease. Stonefish slides.
Oh, Stonefish, great save. Slides across to a very dangerous William Cardiff waiting at the crease. Great effort by Stonefish. He's making the most of this opportunity. He's got to get into this game.
Well, Nagy on the bench now is a player stick, banging it in celebration for his goaltending partner in Marquez Stonefish, and that's how you know you got a real gem as a backup goaltender when the team can respect you that much. And you only have played 8 minutes and 27 seconds prior to tonight. So a very class A goaltender, and he's getting his work now as he's kept them off the board so far.
Oh, minutes and opportunity, and he's got both right now, so good for him.
Possession awarded back to the Brantford Warriors. Under 10 minutes to play in period number 3. We've officially crossed the 2-hour mark in today's game as we're 9 o'clock local time here at Garnaby Rickard. Spencer Tangway and Mark Shukowski in to call tonight's game. 7 on the shot clock. Now up top. Brantford the shot, a beautiful rip by Argent.
That's what we've seen out of Ty Argent before. He gets the ball from Como up top. He's using a screen in front of the net, and you as a goalie, Spencer, how tough is that to stop, even from an outside shot, a bouncer and through a screen? Yeah, and an even strength goal there I want to point out by the Brantford Warriors. I think that's their strong suit, and they've got to recognize that. I'm sure the coaches do as well, too, that they didn't get that out of game 1 and lost it. Played a lot with even strength in the second game, came out with the W. I'm sure Dave Lewis and Paul Henhock are going to talk to these guys and say, let's get back to playing hard-nosed lacrosse, but stay out of the box.
And we were talking about how good the defense was for Clarington, and that's one of the actual kind of flaws in their plan is when they do collapse and keep them outside, it causes a lot of traffic in the slot areas and in the shooting lanes. But the shots are coming from well out. Unfortunately, sometimes that traffic does act as hazard for a goaltender, and you saw that right there.
Well, that goal seems to have sparked the Brantford Warriors a little bit. They were looking a little lethargic in the third period there a little bit, but seemed to be getting back to their running game and quickness, and caused a loose ball interference by the Shamrocks, and they're rewarded with a full 30-second shot clock here again. Well, picked off by Farquharson.
That was a bad errant pass to start the 30. As all Farquharson has to do now is settle it down and allow the offense to come onto the floor. Here's tonight's player to watch coming into tonight's game with 5 games played and 21 points, 19 assists. A big part of allowing Halliday tonight to find the back of the net 5 times.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching Cardiff play. Good, solid player, good stick, can get the ball up the floor, and showed he can score goals, he can set up plays, and he can have the ball in the stick and control the play from up top on a 5-on-5 offense and a power play role as well.
Ball now to the near side. 2 players getting tangled up on the lower right of your screen. Good stop as he moves quickly to his right-hand side to make that shoulder save. And possession being awarded back to Brantford. Good hard work and discipline earns him that penalty, and now a delayed penalty coming against Brantford and Clarington.
You know, if the Warriors can close the gap here with a couple and make this look like a 10-7 game, 10-8 game maybe even, make the bus ride home sting a little bit less. That's a nice strip there by Como. Rusty gate check, very effective. With Argent with the ball up top.
Well, and checks like that always get your team going. And it's one of those momentum killers as now they come back the other way. 2-on-1.
Big Ethan Warlow getting that loosey and bringing it up and staying there in front of the crease.
Stonefish kind of saluting his bench as the bench all on their feet for number 1 in Marquez Stonefish.
Well, and that's the positives they're going to bring out of this game at the end. You know, they're going to maybe learn from the mistakes and the way the game went and see what they can bring on Thursday to change that. But focus on the positive, like Stonefish coming in and playing a good solid 15 minutes here already in this game. So hats off to him.
Well, Brantford with possession. They've actually controlled this third period. Their first time, I think I can honestly say that, the entire broadcast, they have had control. Loose ball now picked up off that rebound, and it's picked up by the Shamrocks. With speed and cutting into the offensive zone is Stephen Jones. Jones gets tangled up with Argent, and the D-man goes off, and fresh offensive legs comes on to replace him.
Another solid defensive player for the Shamrocks. He doesn't get a lot of airtime, just a lot of hard work back there, so kudos to him for his efforts.
Well, now here's Cardiff. Cardiff, one of those right-handed shooters, trying to find a hole into the crease. And a beautiful stop by Stonefish. And now the fans letting him hear it, as that is his 13th consecutive stop.
Oh, and a couple of snipers in front of the net, and Holiday and Cardiff with the good looks, and Stonefish standing tall.
With the ball up top, Ryan Dorr. Dorr sends it to the near side. Here's Como. Como trying to just take a good big sidestep and try to step around his man. Loose ball picked up by Giles, and that'll be into the goaltender's possession. And the Shamrocks will take over.
Yeah, Dorr just trying to get reset off of that play as the shot clock was winding down. But Underwood did a good job of squeezing that ball and not letting any rebounds out of that play.
Be sure to stay up to date with everything at JVI. And a reminder, Game 4, as you see on your screen, Thursday, 8 p.m. in Bradford. As the JVI Network team will be there.
Nice pickoff by Attridge there for the Warriors as he brings it down into the Shamrock zone, waiting for his offensive guys so he can dish it off. 4.5 minutes left here in the third period.
Well, and this will be a huge positive if Clarington can shut the door for the Final Four heading into Game 4 with that lead and a bit of momentum, knowing Brantford was not able to find much of a rhythm and much of an actual offense on Underwood and net.
Well, that's been the story of the first couple games, is no team has really been able to get on sustained runs. You get 2-3 goals, but then the other team's been able to shut that momentum down and turn the tides a little bit on themselves. Here it's been all Shamrocks. Even as Warriors have been playing better in this third period, but Shamrocks also holding a few guys back in the defensive zone, not pressing quite as much either.
Shot clock violation against Clarington as Brantford comes out of their own end. Here's Parkinson. Just finding his way to the right side of the floor. He's going to take it right down the middle. Stopping and now moving over to the left side. Parkinson, a big right-handed shot. Pass was intended to go right across the crease. 7 on the shot clock. Argent fakes, pulls. Good pad save by Underwood. Kick save, and it's right to a Clarington Shamrock defender.
McCrory picks up the ball that Zanoski tried to wheel over to him.
And now Cardiff with 10 on the shot clock, looking to find a good shooting lane. Cardiff coming around the pick, and a good stop by Stonefish. Now right on the crease. Oh, a big hit. Huge hit by the Brantford Warriors. 20 on the shot clock. Brantford sends their man to the floor. Loose ball picked up. And Brantford has speed and numbers the other way. A 3-on-2. Ball stripped. And Brantford picks it up once again, and they settle that pass just behind Brantford's number 9 in Cole Robillard, who's been quiet in this third period. Ball now up top. Como. Como comes into today's game, 9 points in 12 games. Flip pass connects. And Clarington, with 2 minutes remaining in the third, comes out of their own end.
Robillard using his speed and size there to pinch the Shamrocks player Carnduff against the boards and create a loose ball, picks it up. Good effort. Good to see that kind of effort late stages of the game. One of the assistant captains on the squad showing the team, hey, we're going to play a full 60 minutes, boys. And this is only game 3, so we got lots of time left in this series.
Want a fresh 30 now. And Clarington has it. As it's pushed up the floor, and they're going to settle it down. Minute 24 as we close in on the final few minutes of tonight's broadcast. And Mark, it's been a doozy, and it has been a long game here at Garnaby Rickard.
Yeah, it's been a long game. I'm not quite sure what some of the guys were thinking. Well, they weren't thinking a lot of times. They were just reacting, and that's not championship play. This is not the kind of caliber that both these teams can bring. For both the Shamrocks and the Warriors, these are 2 evenly matched teams, and going to look forward to see what the coaches can draw up for Game 4 because
hopefully more 5-on-5 stuff.
Yeah, hopefully more 5-on-5 stuff. The Shamrocks are going to say, don't expect that effort out of the Warriors so much every game, and the Warriors saying we got to come out with a better game on Thursday night for sure.
Well, they're still pushing the floor, trying to beat Stonefish as he's come in and shut the door. We got 25 seconds left in the game clock, 16 on the shot clock, a differential of only a few seconds. As now they're going to pull it back. And you know what? I'm a big Stonefish fan and a big fan of what Brantford did in tonight's game, allowing him to come in. And what a feel-good night after what has happened in the first 2 periods.
Yeah, good for him. Definitely one of the positives of the night for the Warriors. But the game was over early. Brantford never got any rhythm. Clarington just shut the door. Big, huge game for them coming out of Saturday night's game after giving Brantford the first win from the west side here in the Meredith Cup. They take the lead in the series 2-1. And interested to see what Thursday night's game brings out of these 2 clubs.
Well, a big storyline tonight in game number 3. There was 2 game sheets, but in the end, only 1 winner. And it was a very decisive victory and a powerful victory that sent a message both physically and on the scoreboard for the Clarington Shamrocks. 10-4 your final score. And oh my, that sets a very exciting table for game 4.
Yeah, the only thing I got to say to both these clubs is come on and play lacrosse. All right, leave the behind the play stuff for, don't even bring it to the arena. Play lacrosse. You guys are both 2 good, solid, talented team. That's what the fans want to see. That's what we want to see, and that's what you deserve out of yourselves.
Well, on behalf of the JVI Network crew, our director tonight was Matthew Carrick. Gary Morrison, on our great camera operations and bringing you the pretty pictures. My great partner, Mark Szukowski. I am Spencer Tangway. We thank you for joining us at Garnaby Rickard. We hope you enjoyed the festivities, and maybe you're down for the OLA Festival. We'll hope to see you in Game 4 in Brantford on Thursday night.